past, like all of us do. They say, but in November, Democrats, swept. Just talk about sort of balancing the reality and the truth. I completely agree with your assessment, with not making people despair and fail to recognize their agency.
Well, the best way to protect your rights and to defend them is to use them actively. And right now, that is our best tool. I mean, Donald Trump, did you notice that he was wearing a purple tie today? I thought that was kind of strange. Like he's pretty committed to his red tie brand. Maybe he's trying to change his image a little bit because he recognizes that he has a problem. Maybe he's getting a little hot and sweaty under the pressure.
I always think that like he just dropped a cheeseburger on it and like they didn't carry it. Remember the stories about how Hope Hicks used to iron his pants on the plane? Like I always view like the poor, the poor undignified, like being a White House staffer used to be just so proud, and now it seems to include like ironing and maybe carrying the purple tie.
Well, hey, if more staff are doing that, I'm perfectly happy rather than trying to rig and change election outcomes when they shouldn't. But they're very focused on changing these outcomes. When Donald Trump talks about, like, we've identified 15 places where we might have to take over elections, they have surgical precision for how they want to approach this. And so, I have a lot of optimism going forward because I've seen the people of Minnesota set a great national example of what they were willing to do to protect their democracy, to turn out in the streets. I've seen it in the people of Chicago, and people are rejecting this. I don't know if you saw, Nicole, but today Donald Trump put his image in a big banner over the Department of Justice, right above the words Department of Justice, literally as if, look, I am above the law. And maybe that does jazz up some MAGA supporters, but I think most Americans, because it is in our DNA to reject this sort of tyranny, to look at that and say, that is not what America is supposed to be. You can celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, but you can say no to that. You can say no to this looming image hanging over your head, his mugshot, what it looks like, on the Department of Justice, and say that has gone too far. Because, this sort of propaganda presidency that we see, this is about him taking up public space that he doesn't own or deserve. Our tax dollars pay for that building and those prosecutors to uphold the rule of law, not protect Donald Trump and do his bidding. And I think that is just the perfect image. And I looked at that and it just completely energized me to do the work I do. And I think if more people look at that, they'll feel the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, he's lost the plot on what men with big hands do. They don't need their picture on like every trinket and building in Washington.